Hello everybody, it's showtime. It's Manchester United's turn in the Premier League midweek fixtures and we're playing at Chelsea, Stamford Bridge. There's some big news. It's been a big day. It's almost written in the stars. Did Gary Neville and Rio Ferdinand know something we didn't know? Marcus Rashford got a bit of stick on their show and is out of the Manchester United team. Look, I take no satisfaction in that. Look, in some ways, it wouldn't surprise me if Ten Hag said that that Rashford's out of the team because, 3 games in a week, you need to rotate. That might be what it's all about. Obviously, Antony starts instead of him, which means Garnacho goes to the left. Garnacho didn't play particularly well against... Look, nobody played particularly well against Brentford. Let's not pin it on Rashford. That's ridiculous. Nobody played well in any of those games, but in that game. But look, I've got to be honest. I was talking about this before, and the way that United played against Brentford was really, really poor. But Marcus Rashford is our best paid player, and he's been poor all season. So, I think that the dropping of him should not come as a surprise to anybody. A lot of people quite rightly will say Bruno Fernandes should be dropped as well, Mark. And I don't disagree. I don't disagree. The one thing I would say is what I would have done is played Mount, and I would have dropped Rashford and Bruno. I would have done it. But I'm sat from the comfort of my chair with you good people. I think when you look at Man United away to Chelsea, Bruno Fernandes is the captain. He is the manager's captain. So, look, I think Bruno probably gets away with it because of that. And also, if you drop Bruno and Rashford, then you are dropping 2 big players from this game. So, look, people are never going to get what they completely want. But what I will say is there was 3 players that I thought were abysmal on Saturday. Rashford, Bruno, McTominay. He's dropped 2 out of 3. So 2 out of 3 ain't, like Meatloaf said, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. So look, don't forget that. We've got Casemiro and Mainu playing in the midfield. We've got Varane back as well. You've got Garnacho and Rasmus playing. So I think that, look, it could be better. But I think, on the other hand, it could be a lot worse. I said to you this morning on the show that I, would really be looking at this team news tonight and judging Ten Hag on the team that he picked. How do I judge him out of 10? Probably give him a strong 7.5. If you were ranking that team out of the team that he's picked, what would you give it? I'd give it a strong 7.5. Varane's fit. Maguire knows how to play at centre-back. We haven't got Martinez or Lindelof. The midfield 3 is the correct midfield 3, unless you want to drop Bruno as well. And he's dropped Rashford and McTominay. I think he's got it right. I think he has got it right. It could be better. You could have Ahmad on the right and Mount in the Bruno position, but they are on the bench. With regards to Rashford, look, I'm happy to take comments on it. I know they spoke about it a lot on the chat. I know his brother has put an Instagram post out today. They just can't keep their mouth shut. I mean, look, all that money, all that fame, and they've got no idea about PR. Absolutely none. Unfortunately for Rashford, the power of his brand is not what it was 3 or 4 years ago. Everyone was terrified of it. No one would say anything about Rashford because they'd come for you and destroy you with the popularity that they had. They haven't, they go to the wishing well now and it's not full of water. To go after the people in that podcast for speaking the truth is just a little bit weak for me. The truth about Rashford is if he wants to fill that well up with goodwill, just start performing on the pitch. It's so easy. It is so easy. Omran says, do you not think picking Antony is even worse? Well, look, hey, call it what it is. Antony starting over Rashford finally, says CF Cash. We're in London, aren't we, says Sia. Look, I'm not going to sit here and say that Antony's a big improvement on Rashford, but what I would say about Antony is, he's not as good as Rashford. He's never shown that he's as good as Rashford. But what he has shown is that he's got the effort and desire to work hard. And I hate it. I absolutely hate it. But in a game like this, you need it. You need that work rate. And we've got to go out there and work hard. And I look at Casemiro, I look at Mainu, I look at Maguire, I look at Varane, I look at Dalot, I look at Wan-Bissaka, I look at Garnacho, I look at Anthony, I look at Rasmus, I look at Bruno. I don't see anyone who's going to start jogging. I don't know whether they're going to play well, but I don't see a jogger out there. And what I saw at the weekend was McTominay jogging, Rashford jogging, and we ain't got any joggers out there today. So look, there's no excuse. I can't sit here and say that at the end of the game we're going to lose, we're going to win. I personally think it'll be a draw. But look, at least the team is something a little bit different. I think we needed something different after Brentford. And I wouldn't be surprised if Rashford starts against Liverpool, and that's fine. You know, but what I am happy is that we're starting to see some decisions that actually make sense. Like Bruno, McTominay and Rashford were poor on Saturday against Brentford. 2 of them have been dropped. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Raz says, bit off topic, but would be interested in hearing your opinion on this new luxury tax the Premier League wants to bring in. I don't know what it is, Raz. I've been very busy today. The new podcast out with Don Robbie's out. I've been doing a few bits around a new pro clubs team as well. Get ready for that. So it's been a busy day for me today, so I'm not fully up to speed with that. Welcome to the Members Club, Andres. You're the first new member on the show. Get your badge in. Absolute legend. Love that. Did Team Rashford leak our lineups, says Julian? I think Sam got the exclusive on Rashford out there being dropped, and he definitely didn't get it from the Rashford camp. So no, not as far as I'm aware. Playing Garnacho in his natural position as a left winger is the way to go. Rashford has no place in this team, says Groza. Paradise by the Rashford light. Mark says BSC. I can't speak. Rashford drop, says John. On Garnacho, by the way, God, have you seen Nicholas Jackson's hair? You've got to score with a haircut like that. You've got to be scoring. Yeah, I'm not saying anything negative about Nicholas Jackson, because I actually think he's... Oh, sod it. I think he's shit, but he'll probably score a hat-trick tonight. The first thing is you have to work. It's Rashford's own fault, says Sean from Ireland. I saw something tonight on the United Stand Twitter account that apparently this is Garnacho's 30th start in a row. I mean, I think that's fantastic. In fact, I think it's absolutely superb. So big shout out to Garnacho. People forget he's only 19. So yeah, I think it's absolutely fantastic in that sense. So yeah, very interesting. Right, 18,000 watching already. It's a big game. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. I say that because we're very, very close to 838,000. We're only 99 subscribers away. So please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Welcome to all the badgers in the chat. Thank you for supporting the channel. Really appreciate that. And thank you for the early super chats as well. You can do that through the $sign. Love Johannes Lundholm has just joined. Thank you very much. I need to get some traveling done this year. I really want to get out and see Europe and America and Asia. Not going to do all of it. Ineos are upset. Story broke. Then Rashford dropped, says Tam. Swanee's a new member as well. Thank you very much. Eric Ten Hag's choice of substitutions will decide his future, says Keel. I think this is a great point. We will see substitutions tonight. And I think this is a great, great point. Because when you look at that bench, where he goes first will be quite interesting, because on the one hand, you've got McTominay and Rashford. On the other hand, you've got Mount and Ahmad. Where's he going to go first? I still think he might go Rashford, McTominay, but if he goes Ahmad, Mount, we're genuinely seeing change. Yeah, you make a good point. Be very interesting. Just on the bench, Amrabat, Mount, Rashford, Eriksen, Diallo, Heaton, Evans, McTominay, Kambuala. So, yeah, there are at least options on the bench there. You know, there are some players on there. But look, in relation to the league table, what are we thinking about that? Look, I feel we missed an opportunity against Brentford. I feel we missed an opportunity against Fulham. The way I'm looking at it is everybody behind us dropped points. If we can get a win tonight, it gives us a big cushion going into the Liverpool game where many people expect us to lose. So if we can win tonight, for me, it's about getting to an FA Cup final and solidifying 6th place. That's what I think this season's all about now. I'm not thinking about 5th or 6th. I mean, if we beat Chelsea and we beat Liverpool, I might consider it. But at the moment, it's about solidifying 6th place, showing a bit of character, showing a bit of something. And look, Joel Stafford and Ray Sims, thank you very much for joining the members club. But look, if we are truly looking to build something, then Ten Hag needs to have no regrets if he gets the sack. And I think, you know, he's got to start trying different things, hasn't he? Dropping Rashford should uplift the mood within the team on the pitch. When you see a senior star player not putting the work in, it rubs off on other players. Hoping for some fight tonight, says Armin. I don't know what we're going to get tonight. I genuinely do not know what to expect. I've got no idea. Gavin says, dropping Rashford after everything that's gone on over the last couple of days might be a stroke of genius from Ten Hag, might be exactly what is needed. And Akel says, when Eric Ten Hag first came in, we feared Bruno will be dropped because Ten Hag plays with 2 number 8s. Oh, I wish those fears came true. Can you call Liam a prat, says Cameron. Thank you very much for that. What do you think of Mount starting over Bruno, says Zank? Look, I probably would have done it. But I think when you actually look at the team that he's gone with, McTominay and Rashford have been dropped. Look at this. To be honest, when you think about the team that started against Brentford, Lindelof's not playing because he's injured. McTominay's not playing because he's been dropped, and Rashford's not playing because he's been dropped. But on top of that, Garnacho's moving to the left. So he's actually made 4 changes to the team. Right winger and left winger are different. McTominay is different. And Lindelof is different. And actually, Mainu, the holding midfielder, is different. So he's made 5 changes. There's 3 people come out of the team, but 3 people have changed their position. Mainu's going from 6 to 8, and Garnacho is going from right wing to left wing. So he has actually made 5 changes to the team, which is half of the team, really. So, you know, what more do you want? You could ask that Bruno gets dropped, but he has made 5 different changes to the team. So, yeah, lots of change in there, and yeah, good to see. What else was I going to say? I was going to say something there. I've forgotten. I'll come back to it. Score prediction. How long's a piece of bread? Who knows? The Chelsea team, which I think we have got for you on the screen here right now, is... Where is it? Where have you gone, Chelsea? There they are. So Chelsea, I mean, it always amazes me when, you know, you talk about people falling out with the manager. The fact that Thiago Silva is on the bench and Raheem Sterling is on the bench amazes me. But the quality that Chelsea have. Petrovic in goal, Gusto, Disasi, Badashil, Cucurella, Casido, Fernandes, Gallagher, Palmer, Mudryk, Jackson. I mean, they are a bad team. They're in the bottom half, but they're a good, you know, they have got some players that I think, you know, Thiago Silva on the bench, Sterling on the bench, Madueke on the bench. You know, they have got some good players, Chelsea, but they just never click. I do worry about tonight, though. You know, I will say this for prosperity. There's absolutely no way we should sit here and go, Rashford's been dropped, we're going to win. Rashford might be sat there with Scott McTominay going, this is nothing to do with me, lads. This is nothing, you know, if we get beat 4-0, it's got nothing to do with Rashford. It's got nothing to do with McTominay. So, you know, it might not go well. It might not go well. We'll, you know, the players still have to go out there, and I think effort's the first thing that we need to see. Expect an airfield in the middle because of pace, says Jimmy. Andreas, thank you very much. Andreas Schumann. Big up the away fans travelling to London on a Thursday night, says Rob. We're in London, aren't we? Well, hopefully they'll be having a night out afterwards as well. London on a Thursday night. It's the new Friday night. If you've ever been to London recently, the pubs are packed. Cynthia says, hi Mark, I love your content. Remember Ten Hag pulling a quote out his arse, era has come to an end, when in reality the only thing that came to an end is his hair follicle. City, city, city. I don't have a problem putting egos on the bench, says Terence. And Simran says, I've been watching the channel from a hospital bed for the last week after fractured my wrist in a motorcycle crash. Your content has kept me sane. Mate, rest up. Hope you're getting better. Massive community here, and glad to help you with your recuperation. I know it can be a slog when you're in hospital. So thoughts with you. Thank you very much for those super chats coming in. Welcome to the new members, by the way. Please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner, we're getting very, very close to 838,000. We're only 60 away. Bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. I've just lost my live chat for a moment, but it won't be long till it's back. So bear with. We are 15 minutes away from the start of the game. It's not an 8 o'clock kickoff. It's a 7:45 kickoff tonight. Lots of people saying good get well soon to Simran, which is lovely to see. We've got some Eric Ten Hag quotes coming in for you as well. I'll give you them as soon as they come. Dark Moon says, if Maguire scores tonight, I feel at Mark, love the show. Mate, I don't care who scores tonight. It really is about winning. I think the Brentford game, I did a podcast today with Robbie off AFTV, and he said he watched the Brentford game and he just couldn't believe what was going on. And I said, why would you watch Man United play Brentford? Like, we have to watch it because we're United fans, but how could you put yourself through watching that? It was absolute shit. So I just want to see something better. I really wanted to see something better, High intensity, competent passing, and feed Rasmus, says watch. Well, look, I think this is big because, look, for me, it's not about hate, agenda, toxicity. Rashford's not been playing well, he's been dropped. If he comes on and plays well, great. But let's be fair here. You got Garnacho, you got Anthony, you got Bruno. Let's see if they do feed Rasmus, because Rashford gets a lot of stick for not feeding Rasmus. But are they going to feed him? Are they going to feed him? That's a fair point. Will they feed Rasmus? Because this is something that we crave. This is something we want to see. We want to see Rasmus being fed by our attacking players. Can they go out there and do it for us? Because, Rasmus was, he may as well have been sat on the bench playing something. It was a frustrating game for him, and we've seen it with Ronaldo, and we've seen it with Cavani. We've seen it with Rashford when he's played up front. And we've seen it with Martial. We've seen it loads of times. So, look, let's hope that we see a good performance from United where we actually do feed our striker. Wouldn't that be a lovely, lovely thing for us to feed our striker today? Be absolutely fantastic. But look, it's not all on Rashford. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not all on Rashi. We have a responsibility as a team to start creating chances for him. And I'm bored of saying it, but Brentford have created more chances for Ivan Toney since the middle of January than we have all season for Rasmus Højlund. That's incredible. That is absolutely incredible. Do you think that Martial will come back into the United team, Mark? At the moment, I'm not thinking about it, but the more, the merrier. The more, the merrier. I would like to see. I'd like to see Rasmus. I would like to see Martial back involved as part of this team. But it's. Depends if he can get back fit, really. What's this doing here? There we go. Lovely stuff. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Make sure you give us a follow and a subscribe. That's really appreciated. Team news will be going around on the screen for you as well. Fraser says, I think Man United have got a big say in the title race. We've got Arsenal and Liverpool at home. I wish we'd had a big say in beating Man City, but that just seems beyond us. Nihil says, I'm joining in from my office. Thoughts on the starting 11. Big up on all the work you do, Mark. Support from Canada. Thanks, Nihil. Love you, man, says Proud. Thank you very much for tuning in. What was it with Villa last night? Opinions on Anthony starting, says M. Rigney. Thank you very much. Hello to Nat. Thanks everyone who's given us a follow. Look, I'm happy with the team. I'm happy with the United team tonight. I think he's made quite a few changes, and I therefore think that I'm pretty happy with it. The big thing is that NKS says, what's your prediction? I don't know. I don't know, because I thought we would beat Brentford and we didn't even turn up. So, we've got to turn up first. Jeff says you should get a Feed the Rasmus t-shirt printed. Yeah. That kid Vic says, theoretically, if we want to service Rasmus, we should see Anthony to the left and Garnacho to the right for cleaner crosses into the box. Have you seen the news that Premier League won't be giving any more point deductions, just hefty fines? I wonder why. #115 says Tanishk. Yeah, they can't have a fine. That would be a bloody disgrace. Really telling bit by Keane on player agents and the club contacting pundits to ask them to stop criticising this rotten lot mentality in the mud, says Mario Franco. I mean, I don't know. James, thank you very much for the follow. I don't know. I haven't heard that bit from Roy Keane, but I know for a fact from certain journalists and certain news outlets that they get contacted a lot by agents to say, give him an easy ride. We've never actually had it, but I've heard it firsthand from people, yeah. Early morning for me in New Zealand, says Tom, at work, but listening in as always. You're doing God's work. Also glad Rashford's been dropped. Thank you, Tom. Have a good day. Hopefully we can get it off with a win for Manchester United. Do you think Bruno will improve McTominay without McTominay getting in his way? I feel like McTominay is always in Bruno's area. Andres, I think that it'd be interesting to see if we can get up the pitch, what that means for Rasmus and Bruno with no McTominay. I definitely think. LB Roof, thanks for the follow. King Lay as well, and Jay Wiz. JWiz9. I think with regards to, we've not spoken about it enough, but Casemiro and Mainu, that there should be more defensive structure there. We shouldn't really see ourselves getting overrun in the midfield with Mainu and Casemiro in there. And hopefully that gives Bruno a little bit more freedom. But look, you know, the first thing we've got to do is watch that first 5 minutes. Whenever I watch the first 5 minutes, it sort of dictates to me how the game is going to go. So yeah, let's see. Only changes I would have done is Ahmad and Mount instead of Bruno and Anthony, but credit to Ten Hag. I didn't expect him to drop Marcus Rashford. United for the win, says Cyber Spider. Mark, the lads have to step up this evening. We need to see improvement and quality. I'm just going to have a quick look here and see if we've got these quotes coming in from Erik Ten Hag ahead of the game. I'm sure they'll be very interesting if we have. Let's have a look. Looks like Aaron Wan-Bissaka might be playing at right back and Dalot at left back, by the way, which makes a bit of sense because Garnacho's moving from right to left. Really good point there, and I've seen a few people talking about it in the chat. Ashton G and Carl, thanks for the follow. Very, very good point. Dalot playing on the right with Garnacho is about a relationship. If Garnacho's moving to the left, why not switch Dalot to the left, who's a better left back than Wan-Bissaka, and put Wan-Bissaka back on the right? So that's interesting, and it probably will happen, to be fair. I'm still trying to see. There will be comments from Ten Hag, but I just haven't seen them yet. Erik Ten Hag says, if we want to qualify for the Champions League, we've got to win. We have a lack of fit defenders, so it's a relief they are available and fit. Johnny Evans didn't train a lot, but the others did. He said it would have been a headache if they wouldn't have been fit in relation to Varane and Maguire. On Mason Mount, he says he's not ready for a start, so we'll bring him in carefully. We want to avoid another injury, so we have to build up his game time in minutes. He says in relation to the team and Rashford, he says we've got 2 big games in 3 days. We need everyone. We need the bench. And lately we've had a strong bench. Recently players from the bench have made an impact. Mason Mount, it's a huge impact, and it is a good impact to have Rashford on the bench. So look, at the end of the day, that's an important thing. Rio Ferdinandez said that he's hearing behind the scenes that Rashford might have a knock. Is that Rio backing down already on saying something bad about Rashford? I suspect Rio may have been talking to the agent and trying to calm it down for an interview or something. And, that sounds like Rio is doing a bit of work for the Rashford PR there, doesn't it? I'm hearing he's got a bit of a knock. Having said that, Ten Hag says for rotation, keeping him and the team fresh through a busy period with another big game on Sunday. Look, he's been dropped. Knock, rested, whatever you want to call it. This is a must-win game for Man United. He's been dropped. Has Mainu been rested? Has Bruno been rested? Has Varane been rested? Has Dalot been rested? Has Rasmus been rested? Read it for what he is. He played crap on Saturday and he's been dropped. If he was that important to this team, he would play. You don't rest Rashford for Sunday when Chelsea's the more winnable game. He's been dropped. It's not the end of the world to be dropped. He deserves to be dropped. If he comes on and scores the winner, it's worked. We don't need to make excuses for people who deserve to be dropped. It's as simple as that. McTominay's been dropped as well. He deserves to be dropped. Doesn't mean they won't start against Liverpool. Doesn't mean they won't come on and score. They've been dropped. If, you wouldn't rest a player of that quality for a game like this when you need to win. So he's been dropped. Anthony's going to score a brace, says Paul. Hopefully the players want to play today, says Sheikh. Thank you very much for that. Mad says he's ready for another Ten Hag disaster class. Just in relation to the podcast, Goldbridge Saves Football, brand new one dropped a couple of hours ago. Me and Robbie from EFTV, not done a lot of content recently, back together doing a podcast talking about the weekend and Arsenal and Man United. You can check that out by scanning the QR code with your camera phone. Please do give it a listen. 25,000 of you already tuning in. Absolute legends. That's how the league table looks. Look, we're 9 points off Spurs. I mean, a draw is probably what I'm going to predict. Get your score predictions in, but I think it's unlikely that we're going to win this game. I really do. I hope for a win, but I don't think that we will. Liverpool are playing Sheffield United. If you've got any interest in the title race, and just to let you know what's happening in that game. It's currently 1-0 to Liverpool in the 40th minute, so probably an easy 3 points for them there. Surely it's a smoke mirror that Rashford has a knock or it's for a rotation. If he was playing like last season, he would be starting. Bart, 100%. Players are coming out onto the pitch. Here we go. It's showtime. It's showtime. I predicted a 3-1 today win for Man United, says Chev. It's my first ever super chat as well. Thank you very much for the super chats that are coming in. You can do that through the $, of course. Sean, thanks for the follow. Toffees Till I Die, thanks for the follow. I've been watching for 3 years. Can you call Rebecca a prat, says Tyler. Rebecca, he's been watching for 3 years. That's loyalty. You're a prat. Whiskey Dad's followed. Thank you very much. Caitlin as well. James Cornish, I think it is. Joseph, Chris. Thanks everyone who's tuning in on TikTok, and thanks everyone who's tuning in on YouTube. Appreciate that. Willie as well. Arisha. We are 3 minutes away from the start of this game. Can't wait. Absolutely can't wait. I think it's Chelsea traditionally was always a big game at Stamford Bridge, and we never really used to have a good record there. So, it's not the game I thought it was going to be, if I'm being completely honest. This season, I would have expected both teams to be doing a lot better than they actually are. But you know what? I think it's going to be really interesting to see how it pans out. Chelsea, you know what? We talk about Brentford, and we were crap. We were really crap against Brentford. There's no two ways about that. But, when I look at it, the way we played, the way Chelsea played against Burnley at home, oh my God. I mean, they're 1-0 up because a soft penalty gets given. Burnley get a player sent off. They go 1-0 up, 1-1. And then they go 2-1 up and end up 2-2. And then Rodriguez for Burnley nearly wins it at the end. So they were crap against Burnley. I mean, they'll probably tonight put in one of their better performances. But, I hope not. I hope not. I hope we're going to see something different from United tonight. I hope we are. It's almost the battle of who's going to get the shit tomorrow morning as well. And what I mean by that is, you get yourself on TalkSport in the morning and it'll be Poch out or Ten Hag out, won't it? Which is why it'll probably be a draw. Win here, we're 6 points behind Spurs yet again. Makes it hurt more that we should have beaten Brentford or Fulham. Imagine where we'd be in the table, says Gunnar. Well, at the weekend, we've got Liverpool and Spurs are at home to Forest, I think. So that gap will become big again. McScooby, Rasmus, Rashford, all on 7 goals, says Summy. I think we can win this midfield and wingers, says the Wheelbarrow. IJ, thank you very much for joining the members club. Get your badge in. Even as well, says Winebridge. Thank you very much for that. I've just realised my timer is going to look really weird if I don't do that. And that. I've done the wrong thing there, mate. Need to do that. Okay. Lovely stuff. Let's get ready to rumble. Showtime. First 5 minutes is what it's all about. Pochettino is massively underachieved as well. I mean, that's going to hurt me, isn't it? Struan says, why is Anthony starting? Because that's the way it is. That's the way it is, because Stone Cold said so. Right. Referee, let's get ready. Let's see how United go in this first 5 minutes. And we're off. We're off. We're up and running. Get your score predictions in. I've gone 2-2. I think there will be goals. With those defences, I think there will be goals. Palmer penalty 1-0, says Tarikon. Nice touch by Anthony. Bruno into Anthony. Come on. Bit of possession. Wan-Bissaka is playing at right back. Bit of possession here for United. Anthony into the box. Weighs it into Wan-Bissaka. The cutback was nearly good. Anthony! Oh, why go with some bloody conviction, mate? He literally shoots at the Chelsea player. Bloody hell. Fucking hell, that's a big chance, that, you know. Right, Chelsea on the attack now. Conor Gallagher, good block by Varane. Away. Opinion on Casemiro and Mainu both playing, says KFJ. I'm also having wine tonight and hoping for a Mount winner. Thanks, mate. Bruno should have been dropped, but oh well. Come on, United, to Stephen. It'd be interesting to see how well Bruno gets on with a proper midfield behind him, says Ian. And can you call Joshua Donoghue a prat, says Ryan. Well, United have started off quite well here. There's a lot of space for Garnacho down the left-hand side. He's got to pass that. And Petrovic keeps it in from a corner. I mean, I think Anthony should score. WrestleMania watch-along? No, Nicholas. I think Liverpool might have scored again. No, they're just winning 1-0. Yeah, I think Anthony should have done a bit better there from the cutback. Don't know about your thoughts, but not a terrible start from United. Thanks for the follow, Scubo and Chris. Mainu is pushing forward a bit. But yeah, you know, I think that typifies Anthony really in a way, doesn't it? It's just that confidence to put it in the bottom corner instead of Amsterdam just followed as well. It's that confidence to put it in the corner. Kyle says, I think you're being a bit harsh there, mate, says Kyle. No, look, it's a good start by United. I think he could have done better. I'm not saying it's a sitter by any means. I'm really hoping Maguire and Varane can form a bit of a partnership tonight. We bloody need it for the next few weeks. Casemiro's got to be careful. Does not need a yellow card. Casemiro is a problem, you know. I really do like him, but he does pick up so many yellow cards. I've got 1k on a Man United 2-1 win, says Luke. You're mad, Luke. You're bloody mad. Good tackle. Well done, Delo. But a terrible ball by Mainu. They've got loads. They've got an overload on the right-hand side there. That all comes from a pass by Mainu. This could be a goal. Fucking hell. It is. It's Conor Gallagher. That's a terrible ball by Mainu, and it's just fucked us down the right-hand side. And now, obviously, everyone's out of position. Fucking terrible. Absolutely terrible. It's a terrible, terrible goal to concede, having started off quite well. Fucking hell. See, it just goes back. Garnacho and Delo are out of position, and then we're in big trouble. And look, again, everyone drawn to the ball. No one. How many goals are we going to concede this season from cutbacks? I mean, it does come off Varane. Should Onana do better on this? There's not a lot of power on it. He's got to do better. He's got to do better. Look at this from the keeper. Fucking hell, he's got to save that. Bloody hell. He has got to save that. That is absolutely crap. That's crap by Onana, that is. I'm sorry, I didn't see that. Absolute shit. It's gone under him. He's got to save that. Back again. Weak wrists. Doesn't spend any time on YouPorn, does he? Bloody hell. It's probably so rich he gets someone to do it for him. Needs to do some bloody wrist work. What a shit. What a kick in the teeth that is away from home. It's a crap goal. I'm sorry. It's a crap goal to concede. Individual errors again. Got to get their heads up here. Got to get their heads up here. This is character now. It's about character now. He's got to save that. I'm absolutely agreeing with Michael Tolbert. He's got to save it. Brand says it's a howler from Anana. He's got to save that. But what I will say is, look, Mainu's a little bit unlucky with the pass. Delo and Garnacho are ahead of the ball. Again, we're not marking people on the edge of the box for a cutback. It's amazing how our midfield doesn't do that. Go on, hit it, Bruno. Good block by Cucurella. Toby says it's Mainu's fault. Look, Mainu gives the ball away, but I think it's still preventable. Still preventable. I didn't realise when I first saw it. I thought it was a good finish. And Arna's made a right mistake. He's got to save it. Stuart Walker says he's got to save that. It's absolutely ridiculous. Can you call Andy Pratt? Says Sia. I've got... Yeah, well... The thing is, the game looks quite good. It's quite an open game. There's been... Both teams have knocked the ball around quite nicely. Just got to keep our heads here. Look at that from Garnacho. Well done, Delo. Come on, lads. Get your heads up now. It's a mountain to climb, but if you've got any character, now's the time to show it. Keith says he's going to remain positive for a comeback. Not many nowadays, just moan, but still going to support my team. I'm with you, Keith. I still think there's a way back. I'm more disappointed than like, oh, here we go again. I think we've started off okay. I mean, we've already, in 7 minutes, we've already played better than we did in 90 against Brentford. We've moved the ball around a lot better. Don't shoot, Anthony. That's a waste. Don't know why. Look, people get on Rashford's back. That's a fucking waste. It's an absolute waste. Everybody knows he's going to do it. It never goes in. It's an absolute waste. It needs calling out. How many howlers is Anana going to make before Ten Hag realises he made a mistake? Well, De Gea, it was a mistake, mate. I know he's just won Player of the Month, but it was a mistake. It's cost us a lot this season. Good shot by Mudryk, just wide. Let's get our heads together here. I don't want one of those nights tonight, you know. I don't want one of those nights tonight where you get absolutely done. I don't deserve it. I don't deserve this tonight. No United fan deserves to get another beating. We don't deserve this. We deserve a positive night. It's frustrating. You know what? That's what it is. It's frustrating. Because it's a totally preventable goal. You know, you think about that chance for Anthony that gets blocked. It's a very similar chance for Conor Gallagher, but we make a mistake on it. I don't know why anyone is surprised we have a poverty backline. I'm not even angry anymore, says Zeus. Mark will find a way to blame Scott McTominay, says Finity. Oh, yeah. I would have started Amrabat and Casemiro tonight together, Mainu a bit higher, says Jordan. Thank you very much. Holster says it'll end 1-1. Kim, thank you very much. Well, look, we've got to come from behind here. Some people enjoy that. But if we concede the next one, we're in trouble. Look, Chelsea are playing counter-attack. I wouldn't be surprised if I have a look at the stats that we've got way more possession than them. I don't know for a fact. Late off Rasmus. Oh, Bruno gets in the way. No, they've had more possession than us. Fuck off. I genuinely thought that. Genuinely thought we had more. Don't think keeper too much blame. How many times do we have to see 6 players run to the 6-yard box and opposition score from a cutback? I agree with that, Aldo. I do agree with that. I do agree with that. But the keeper should still save it. Come on, lads. We need to impose ourselves here. Go on, Mainu. Does well. Keep going. Keep going. Oh. Do you agree with Aldo? He says the keeper's not massively to blame. I think it's right in his hand area. He's got to save it. Passing's been good. I think the sad thing is, I think we passed really well tonight. Would I have saved it? I'd still be going down on it now. With my back, I go down slower than a bloody dead elephant. Well, I suppose they'd be already down. I go down slower than a statue, me. That's better. Anthony with another shot. It's almost as though we enjoy making things difficult, says Stuart. Right, time to show a bit of grit, character and get stuck in, just like a pervert. Need to come from behind. Thanks, Stuart. Look, if we could come back in this game, it would show character. It definitely would. But there's a long way to go. I mean, Bruno, a lot more patience, knocking the ball about. We're playing like the home team. Ref, ref, ref! Oh, come on, ref! You're a bloody disgrace, ref! For God's sake, there was 2 fouls on Bruno there and he plays on. Who's the dickhead, ref? He's an absolute disgrace. There's 2 fouls there. What are these refs on? If you've got a light blue shirt on, if someone breathes on you, it's a bloody free kick. If you've got a red shirt on, if they break your leg, I'll give a foul. But if it's anything else, I won't. 2 bloody fouls there. Fucking idiot. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. If it's a bloody light blue shirt, it's always a foul. I'm seeing the comments and social media posts already. The game's not even gone, says Jack. Ah, wow. This is what I mean, Jack. Like, you've got certain people who have an agenda who will just not look past the fact that the goal never should have gone in and that we're playing quite well. They won't look past that. Look at this dickhead. Picking his nose. Thanks for the follow, Marcus. User. Corner to Chelsea. They're quite good on corners, you know. Oh God, I thought that was one of their players heading it. It was Maguire. Close the shot down. Edge of the box again, look. Fucking hell. How many teams get a shot against us? Thanks very much for the super chats, by the way. You can do that through the $sign if you're on YouTube. Aaron says, how's Girth and Turf? Well, there could be some big news coming up at the weekend. There are problems. Financial problems. I'm not happy with my treatment. I played midfield. I did really well. Had to miss a couple of times. Right back. You know, I just don't... now there's contract issues. I'm like, what's going on? And there are offers going on as well. Well done, Maguire. Oh, no, he's missed the tackle. I thought he got it. Not another cutback. Well done. Well done, Varane. Well done. There's something in the pipeline this weekend. Just be careful. Once I've got this priority stuff out the way. Thank you very much. Phoenix says Harry Pinero will take you in, Mark. Well, I've not had an offer from him. I have got an offer, though. It's, I would describe it as a David Beckham type offer. An MLS type offer. You not only do you sign for a club, you get the club. Dorian says, I think Onana was unsighted with it coming through Delo's legs, and he's already so slow getting down. If he was a bit... He is. I've said this so many times. He's so slow at getting down. Nice ball. Lovely play. This is good play. Wan-Bissaka. Can he put a good cross in? Goes past his man. Chelsea's defence is very deep. Mainly with the cross. Back post. Garnacho. No. Should have took a touch. Should have took a touch there. To score from that angle, you're never going to do it. You've got to take a touch here. He's tried to cross it. He's got to take a touch. Do you see Jackson Hare? He thinks he's Pogba, says compact. Thank you very much. Barnesy says Liverpool should be losing. Sheffield United missed a sitter. Mark, did you see Bruno say he likes to play deeper, says Timo. And IPD says, hello, it's Jack Kirby here. I love United, but I also had Gallagher to score first. I'm confused. He's got Wan-Bissaka to score next. If that happens, IPD, then penalty. Given a penalty. Given a penalty. Given a penalty. I mean, this is what I mean. Marcus Rashford will probably be watching this going, that's not a penalty. That's not a penalty. That's a fucking dive. That is not a penalty. That's no way a penalty. Look, watch it what Cucurella does. It's a dive. That's never a penalty in a million years. He's dived for that. It won't get overturned, though, because it's not clear and obvious. That is not a penalty. Never in a million years. Never in a million years. It's softer than an ant's fart, that is. They should be turning that over. That is not a penalty. It's so fucking soft. That's twice in 2 games Chelsea have had a fucking penalty for nothing. That's never a penalty. It doesn't trip him up. He just... Ah, for fuck's sake, mate. It's a dive. It's simulation. Fucking hell. Palmer won't miss. He'll mug Onana off here. He won't miss. 2-0. Oh, I want to throw up. I want to throw up! Get me a bucket! I want to throw up! How are we 2-0 down in a game like this? Make it make sense. We've played worse than we did against Brent. We've played better than we did against Brentford. And we're 2-0 down after 20 minutes. I can't fucking speak. They've done nothing. They've done nothing for these goals. Like, they've done absolutely nothing for these goals. If you're Chelsea, you must be sat there going, it must be fucking Christmas. A soft penalty and a fucking mistake by the goalkeeper, and we're 2-0 down after 20 minutes. We've actually played quite well. That's the justice of football, isn't it? You know, we're actually playing quite well and we're 2-0 down. Rashford's PR will be bloody loving this. And McTominay. Now, the problem now is heads. Heads are going to drop. May as well put the darts on Mark, says Ben. Chelsea win this. They're 5 points behind with the game in hand, says Dan. Bollocks. There they are. Fucking hell. How's that? I don't think it was a penalty. I think it was soft. I think if he'd not given it, it wouldn't have got overturned. I think it was a soft penalty. But Bruno's down again. This ref's a fucking joke, you know. I'm sorry, but this ref's a fucking joke. He won't give us anything. I've seen 4 or 5 United fouls, and he won't give us anything. I'm actually happy Dave is gone. He's sunning himself on a beach watching this. Such a soft penalty, but typically, you know, tomorrow's headlines is Catherine. Daniel, thanks for joining the members club. What's the point of having VAR? Even the commentator said it was soft, says Reckless. Mark, will Ten Hag keep his job after Liverpool, says Chris. Argentina got a similar one in the World Cup finals as Man United 888. Whether we like it or not, mid-table is coming back into our rear-view mirror. We could get another hiding as well, says Jim. Dive as well. Says I mean, it's a blatant dive. I've cleared the game. Fair play for conning the referee. But I said before, the penalty, this ref's shit. He's absolute shit. Yet another dodgy referee served up by a dodgy PJMOL. Fucking rubbish. But we've had about 4 free kicks he's not given. Corey Lineker says both the players and manager must go. But this is where intelligent people kick in. Like, we've not played bad. I've actually quite enjoyed the way that we've played when we've got on the ball. It should be 0-0. We've just given away 2 stupid goals. That's the fine margins, isn't it? I think we've played all right. That's the ridiculous thing. We've actually played all right. But you'll get the agenda people going, sack the manager, get rid of the players. I don't think the players have done anything wrong. I think they've done all right. But typically, you know, when you're on the edge, there's no room for error, is there? The first goal shouldn't have gone in. The second goal, it's a soft penalty, in my opinion. No more scroll down FC when Chelsea secure the wins is corrupt. John Draken, thank you. Welcome to Members Club. Yeah, just a little note to everybody. If we lose to Chelsea, they've got the most horrible fans online. They're worse than Newcastle, so get ready for that. Come on, United. Show a bit here. Oh, Cole Palmer's just sent the low back there. Lovely play. And again. Oh, he gives that free kick, though. Fucking knobhead. The ref's a fucking knobhead. I've seen this happen to Bruno 4 times and you've not given a foul. And then you give it against fucking Cole Palmer. Home banker. He's absolutely shit, this ref. Fuck off. Jay says, Jay, welcome to the Members Club. Hammer. I'm not talking about... Hammer, fuck off. Hammer time. Get City out my chat. 12 Premier League defeats, got to be a record, says Eric. We've not lost yet, mate. You go and down tools, you fake fans. I ain't giving up on this game yet. I've seen something in this game. Famous last words, but I'm not having this 2-0 fucking bollocks. I still think we can get back into this game. Total contrast from when we was 3-0 down here in 2010 and got a 3-3. Thanks, Connor. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. We're very, very close to 838,000. Free header on the back post. That's not good enough. Kian says, losing to Chelsea is embarrassing. It's a new low. Get the next goal. We can still get back into this. I'm telling you. Trouble is, Chelsea have been gifted 2 goals and they'll just grow in confidence from that. Oh, God. Stop making yourself use new usernames, you sad twat. I'm not shouting you out and I'll just keep getting rid of you. Fucking knobhead. That's what happens when your fan base are a bunch of rent boys sat at home. What's that? I'm sorry, I just read that out. Didn't even look at it. Total... Australian ref giving us Aussies a bad name, says Peter. And your team can't even beat mid-table Chelsea, says Caleb. Man City is blue, mate. Mate, Caleb, you're probably about 13. You've not grown up. You've basically turned on the fucking internet and gone for who's number 1. And you'll realise in time just what a sad, shallow individual you are choosing that absolute shallow, hollow, cheating club. You'll regret it later in life. It will turn you into a very, very, very shallow person. No integrity, no personality. We played well, but individual mistakes have cost us, says Jay. The Angry Jawa says it's not soft, Mark, it's wrong. With all the cameras, slow-mo and replays, they still got it wrong. Yeah, but because they want to back the referee on the pitch. They want to back the referee on the pitch. Look at Enzo holding Wan-Bissaka while trying to catch Disasi in the corner, says Sheriff. Mate, this referee may as well be a bloody Chelsea fan. He's given us absolutely nothing. Tired of it. I'm tired of shit refereeing in this fucking league. Genuine question, is this the worst United team ever? Well, Anthony, we're not... I mean, look, I know we're losing 2-0, but I worry about people who watch football in this chat. If you're talking about this United side being the worst team ever, it's nothing like the Brentford game. Absolutely nothing like it. We've played a lot better. And people are going on about us playing shit. I don't see it. I think we're playing a lot better. We've just given away basically a goal off both of Chelsea's attacks. Would you bring Ericsson on, says Eric? No, I'd bring Mount on. I'd bring Ahmad on for Anthony. Come on, get the ball out your feet, Garnacho. Look, we've knocked the ball about a lot, but what I will say is we've created absolutely... I mean, what the fuck's that pass there from Delo? I mean, that's shit. Look at Wan-Bissaka, he's jogging. That was worrying. That was worrying. Look at Mudryk. He burns Wan-Bissaka here, look. Wan-Bissaka's got no pace. I mean, Mudryk's fast, but Wan-Bissaka there, he's just absolutely burnt him. That's a yellow card. That's a fucking yellow card. It's a trip. Book him. Nah, just let him off. He's got a blue shirt on. How Anthony got a start over Diallo is beyond me, says Ross Knight. Vald says Anthony's played well despite the penalty. Sorry about that, Mark. I'm really mad right now, says Thomas. Here's Delo. Corner. You've got to get your heads up here. You've got to get your heads up. Thanks for the follow, Dave Good. ZKT says you're using a dodgy stick. Why would I use a dodgy stick when I live in England and it's on TNT? Screw your head on, mate. Corey and Joe, thank you very much for the follow. We need a goal before half time here. Thanks for all the follows, everybody. Legends. Oh, that's a crap cross. Come on. The fuck is that? Come on, switch the fuck on, lads. You're falling into the same trap as always. Bottlers, come on. Switch it on. Look, if we don't switch on, we're going to end up with Gareth Southgate. Is that what you want? Because that's where we're going to go. People saying Ten Hag out. They don't fucking realise. Exclusive breaking news. Ten Hag out means Gareth Southgate. And I'll be there reminding you of that every fucking day next year. If he gets sacked, I'll remind you. This is what you wanted. Because that's who they're looking at. If you think Southgate's an Man United manager, you ain't seen nothing yet. What's going on here? Need to switch on, lads. Good ball by Mainu. Garnacho, go at him. Go at him. Go on at him. Lovely. Hey, red, yellow card. Get your fucking card out now. Now. Yes. Fucking do your job, ref. Or I'll do it for you. Had Gusto on toast there. Blatant yellow. Get your bloody cards out. Get your bloody cards out. Right. It's not a good free kick position. Martin Byrne, welcome to the Members Club. Thanks for all the super chats. Thanks everyone who's given us a follow. Thanks for all the subscribers. Thanks and welcome to the Members Club, Martin. United fans don't get you, Mark. United haters like us do. Ten Hag in forever, says Vishal. Why do I keep waking up early to watch this, says Mohammed. It's not, I'm telling you now, this game's not over. If I know football like I think I do, this is not a 2-0 game. It is, but what I mean is, it's not like Chelsea are battering us. We're in this game. I think this is the best we've played in a long time. Trouble is, Chelsea got a good defence. Oh, I tell you what, Mainu hit that quite well. It's a shame it went straight at the keeper. Just got to look. If we go 3-0 down, it's over. But while it's 2-0, I live in hope. How are we going to win the FA Cup, says Eric? Well, we were never winning the FA Cup. This does not look good. Said somebody in the chat. Tell me something I don't know, mate. Mudrik's got loads of space. Don't push him in the box. Bloody hell, Casemiro. You get a bloody penalty given for that. That was more of a penalty than the bloody Gusto one, to be fair. Go on, Garnacho. Go on, Garnacho. Again! Come on! I told you! I bloody told you! We're in this game and we're not giving in! We're not giving in yet! Garnacho with the goal. That's what you pay £100 million for. Casido with the assist. And Garnacho gets a goal back and we bloody deserve that. You negative showers of shit. I told you. We've not played bad. We've made 2 mistakes. Look at this assist by Casido. Brilliant pass. Oh, you know what? He's worth every penny, Casido. That's one of the assists of the season. 2-1. We're still in this. And you know what? The real fans are jumping out at me now because we haven't played bad. We've just made 2 stupid mistakes. We've not played bad. We've not played bad. I'm not having it. I refuse it. You know me, I'll jump on a bad performance. We've not played bad in this game. Great goal by Garnacho as well. Super assist by Casido. Sumi says, I told you. Rebecca, you're a prat, says Duke. What game am I watching? Man United against Chelsea, mate. Look, you can take your negativity and knock one out to it. I'm positive about Manchester United. I think we've played well tonight. I thought we were fucking trash against Brentford. And we deserved all the criticism. But I don't think we've been that bad tonight. Look, we'll probably go and lose 5-1. That's the way it goes. That's the way the cookie crumbles. But I'm not giving up yet. I've not been that impressed by Chelsea. I don't think they played that one at all. Like Billy Haig says on TikTok, Chelsea have been terrible. I don't think they've been that good. Free £100 million assist, says get in, says Raygard. I am Leach, says will be buzzing with that. He had Garnacho in Goldbridge. United tried to outbid Casido for that, says LeBron. And it hurts that Casido did that, says I'm Jekka, who's an Ecuadorian. Playing well is irrelevant if we don't win, says Goldie. Well, of course it is, but playing well can also be a platform back into the game. Oh, I'll tell you what, that would have been a worldie by Bruno. Please sell everyone apart from Garnacho, Mainu, Hoyland and Delo. Everyone else is worthless and have disrespected the club long enough, says Riker. I missed my dinner with my girlfriend to watch this spanking. I feel horrible, says Nick P. Never knew diving is now legal in the Premier League, says Amir. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Appreciate the super chats. Thanks everyone who's given us a follow. Make sure you subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. We're really close to 838,000. Bottom right hand corner to subscribe. Interesting game now. Look, I don't even care if it stays like this for 20 minutes, half an hour. Just stay in the game. Bloody big goal at Anfield. Sheffield United have equalised against Liverpool 1-1. Fucking hell. What a title race we've got going on there. Another bloody cutback. And a big save by Onana. We have got to mark people from cutbacks. Bloody hell. Good save by Onana, that. How many goals? Absolutely incredible. It's a freebie. It's a bloody freebie. Every time. Mark the fucking edge of the box. For the love of God, man. Go on, Bruno. Right, Anthony, sportsdirect.com. Far side, you dickhead. That'll do. Garnacho. Edge of the box. Delo. Whip it. Back post. Go on! Go on! Go on! Go on! Where are you now? Where are you now? Where are you now? 2-2. I bloody told you, negative bastards. I told you. I said you're being too bloody negative. I'll sack the manager. The players have been playing shit. I told you. It was a falsity. It was a fraud. We never deserved to be 2-0 down. We've played really well in this game. We've made 2 big mistakes and we've come back from 2-0 down. Shut up, spin on that, and if you don't like it, fuck off and support Man City. That's what supporting your team's all about. Watching a game with ease. Watching a game with ease instead of watching it with a fucking agenda. 2-2. What a cross by Delo. Bruno with the goal. Get in. That's football. That's football. Get in. That is football. I told you, I just had that feeling. 2-0. All these bloody prats in the chat. I'll sack the manager. Get rid of these players. Is this the worst Man United team you've ever seen? I'm like, what game are you watching? You know, you can be losing a game of football. You don't deserve to lose. We've been the better team. We've been the better team. I can't understand how you can watch the Brentford game and watch this game and say when we're 2-0 down to Chelsea, we're playing worse than Brentford when we were winning 1-0. It don't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Where's the midfield here? They're all out of position. Fucking hell, lads. We've just gone 2-2. Midfield's got to work hard there. 80% of the chat failed the eye test. I mean, exactly. Get yourself down to... I mean, look, we're not playing badly, I'm telling you. What does the wife make of all your shouting? Says DM. She's used to it. Rashford, the problem, says Alan. Mate, there's a long way to go. Chelsea might switch on and win this game. They've been given a 2-goal lead. After Burnley's, Chelsea's heads will drop now, says Dorian. Well, this is it. Now, we're back to 0-0 again, aren't we? What we've got to do now is that the crowd will be worried. We've got to take advantage now. Bruno took the ball off Mainu there when we had a bloody attack. Portuguese connection, says Paul. Let's go. That pass to make the chance was why Anthony was picked instead of Rashford. Says Smarmy. Look at our fickle fans being quiet now, says Keith. Oh, mate, they'll be on social media. They'll be on the videos. They'll be on bloody Instagram. They'll all be going, get this manager out now. I learnt my lesson against Man City at the Etihad under Mourinho. We were 2-0 down at half-time. The live chat was going, get this fraud out, get this fraud out. And I said, it's half-time. I'd keep it back till the 90th minute because it's half-time. We won the second half. You've learned a valuable lesson. We might still lose this game, but, Maguire on the back post heads it over. What does... done that one. Will you ever do a watch along with Angry Ginger Mark, says Jacob. David Temple, welcome to the Members Club. Get your badge in. No points deductions for FP, says Cancelo. Yeah, what? So if you get done with 115 charges, you're just going to get a fine? Go fuck yourselves, lads. You cheated for 12 years if you get done with it. You think you're getting away with a fine? I feel like Bruno isn't as reckless with the ball when he plays for country, says Mike B. 2 yet mistakes by United players, yet it's Ten Hag's fault, says Ivan. Got to keep a shape in the midfield here. If we can take this 2-2 at half-time from 2-0 down, regroup. Good tackle. Come on, follow it up. That'll do, that'll do. Reb says, sorry, but how good is Mainu? Apparently Varane has an issue and Johnny Evans is warming up. Welcome to the season. Welcome to this season, eh? You just can't do anything. I hope Sir Jim Radcliffe's watching. You can't do anything when you lose your third centre-back in the first 2 games after the international break. Terence says, I don't care. We're better off without Rashford. That's not a foul. If Ten Hag loses, do you think his job would be in jeopardy? His job's in jeopardy anyway, Tommy. Every fucking minute. Just wish Ineos would come out and say Ten Hag is the man we want to take us forward and stop all the talk, says Hugh. 115 charges should get you knocked down all the way to the non-league division, says Salty. United should not lose concentration now, says Brendan. Why is Casemiro walking around, says Jay. Well, Johnny Evans is coming on. It's just incredible. Love the channel, says Mo from Abu Dhabi. Do they not have doctors and physios at United who help players maintain their fitness and health? Well, the problem is, of course, we've got Liverpool on Sunday and we're going to be playing Johnny Evans and Harry Maguire. We've basically lost our first choice centre-back pairing, haven't we, again? Who needs a roller coaster when you have Man United? Says Stevie O. 4 goals in the first half. Ivor says, I told my mate we were rushing Varane back and that he would get injured tonight. Get our medical team out. Jesus, welcome to the Members Club. Pujan, thank you very much. Look, Johnny Evans can do a job, but he's injured himself. If we get Southgate, Billy wants to end it. Again, that's another foul to us. He's not giving it. Shawnee thinks we're getting top 4, mate. Varane's about to go off. We're not getting top 4. Mainu's gone down injured as well. Guess what? Ref says play on. Probably one of the worst refereeing halves I've seen in a long time. And I've seen some right shit this year. Watch for the cutback. He's offside. Thanks for the super chat, Liam. Yeah, Ian, right. Ian, you're right. Johnny has been good this season. The problem is he's not fit himself. He's only just come back sort of from injury himself. I don't think he trained. Enzo and Casemiro having a bit of something. Thanks everyone who subscribed, by the way. We're only 10 away from 839,000. So please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Might hit 840 tonight. Don't know what Casemiro and Enzo are having an argument about. It's all right showing the argument. You're not going to show us what it was actually about. Yeah, Varane's definitely not at full pelt. 5 minutes added on here. I tell you what, if Sheffield United get something against Liverpool, there's only 20 minutes to go there. Fucking hell, that'd be a massive shock, that would. Tell you, City will win the league. What's Bruno doing there? Just pass it to a red shirt, mate. Dawn and Carlton, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you very much. Anthony, where you going? Where you going? Bruno? Oh, for God's sake. You know what? If we had Arthur, if we had like Varane, oh, we've got no midfield. Got no bloody midfield. We've got no field. This is a goal. Hit the post. Where's the fucking team getting back there? Bloody hell! Have you seen anything like that? It's like we're playing with 9 men. Hospital pass by Maguire, says Bob. Just bought tickets for friendly in Norway this summer. Can't wait to see them live against my favourite club, says Frel. Bruno with the cross. Crap. Vagabond, Mark, YouTube says I'm shadow banned. Well, you've just seen a chat, so you can't be. James, thank you very much. Man United players moan like mad, says Cameron. Tell you what, if Anana had been beaten on his front post there, I'd have lost it. Right, surely that's going to be half time now. Well, look, Kai Whelan on TikTok says defensively Man United have been shit. Of course we're going to be shit. You know, I don't know what people expect. We've got no Varane, no Martinez, no Lindelof. That's half time. And we haven't got Varane because he's going to come off at half time because he can't run. As we just saw then, he's coming off. This team came out to play tonight, Mark. If you can't see that, you're not a supporter, says Nicholas. Mainu needs to stay with Casemiro. He's going too far forward, says Christopher. Look, I mean, what a half of football, first of all. Let's get the stats up on the screen. I think it's been... look, it's been really interesting because I think that I'm never going to not be the first person to be negative when you need to be negative. Like we saw that against Brentford, the performance was absolutely shocking, and the players definitely didn't put in a performance in that game. But I felt from minute one we showed an intent in this game, and I felt from minute one we played so much better than we did against Brentford. Unfortunately, there's no room for error because there's a lot of negativity around. There's a lot of agendas around at the moment. You know, on the one hand, you listen to the fans and it's like we've never had so much bad luck. We're cursed. The injuries are ridiculous. But as soon as a game kicks off, everyone forgets all that. It's like, why aren't we beating Chelsea away 4-0? Well, because, you know, we very rarely put our best team out. Anyway, the first goal is completely preventable. I think Onana should save it. The second goal is a soft penalty and you're 2-0 down. I don't think Chelsea did anything to be 2-0 up. I really don't. And then you see who's a real fan because, you know, you've got every right to be on the player's back. You've got every right to say you want the manager out. But we're 20 minutes into a game. We're 2-0 down and we're playing well. And people are going, oh, this is the worst Man United side ever. And I'm like, what game are you watching? It's a 90-minute game. And I and many others were like, this ain't over. We're not getting battered here. We're just 2-0 down. And lo and behold, at half-time, it's 2-2. And we totally deserve it. We totally deserve it. McAllister's just scored for Liverpool, by the way. I mean, he's my player of the year, and I don't even like Liverpool. What? Yeah, I've just turned it on now. I'll tell you what the goal's like in a minute. But look, United deserve to be 2-2. If you look at the stats, we've had more possession. We've played more passes. We've had the same amount of shots away from home. I think that United have done reasonably well. And I think that it's a much bigger improvement than Brentford. And also the character to come back from 2-0 down, you know, that shows something. Because how many times have we been 2-0 down away from home after 20 minutes and it turns into 5 or 6? So they've shown some character. And look, the sad thing is, the story of our season is that Varane, you know, we've got a bit of a platform and we lose a big player again. So it's just typical of our season. It's one step forward, one step back. Can we still be in this game with Johnny Evans? It depends how fit he is. Really does. Kevin says the pen was soft, but good mentality to come back from 2-0. I think Mount scores the winner, says Kevin. Amrabat on for Casemiro. He can't run. Camboila on for Varane because he's quicker, but it will be Evans. Casemiro is so bad, says GG. I mean, he just doesn't. He's not up to pace, is he? But you know what? Again, let me give you a footballing lesson, because at 2-0 down, some of you just failed the eye test. At 2-0 down, you're saying, sack the manager, this is the worst United side you've ever seen. And I said, no way. We're playing well. This game's not over. It goes to 2-2. Everybody who's going in on Casemiro now, let me just say this. He's on his own again. Like, he's on his own. They keep breaking on us again. I mean, look, that is on the manager. I don't understand why we keep getting into these positions where we're 3 against 6. We're away from home. I know we're trying to win, but there are times where you've just got to have a bit of structure. Onana is useless as Stephen Hawkins' treadmill, says Noah. Bruno's been limping as well. Bruno won't come off. I mean, look, Bruno's one player that we can afford to take off. Bring Mason Mount on. You can feel the pundits crying all over their halftime notes after we brought that back, says Stuart. Are you watching the East Anglian derby on Saturday, Mark, says George. And Jack says, so we're playing our 5th and 6th choice centre-backs in the second half, and on Sunday, let that marinate for a bit, says Jack. Alonso says, United are lucky to be tied. Sub needs to come on and provide the boost. Varane off, Evans on, Casemiro off as well. Can't have him walking around, says Alonso. Referee's been an embarrassment, says Connor. I'm glad somebody said it. Ten Hag never has a full strength 11 for more than a few games. Yes, the tactics have been questionable. No wonder when you constantly have injuries, says Niall. Who do you reckon will win the darts, says Bit. I don't watch the darts, really. Thank you very much for that. What have you thought about Anthony, says Sinus. Thanks everyone who's watching on TikTok, by the way. I think that with regards to Anthony, look, I thought the penalty was soft. He's probably made a bit of a stupid mistake there, but I did think it was soft. He had a big part to play in the second goal with the ball switching out to Garnacho. I think he's done all right, Anthony. I mean, he's done more in 45 minutes than Rashford did in 90 at the weekend. The problem we've got again, and it will become worse in the second half, is that if I give you a little bit of a tactical lesson, we're going to get broken on time and time again because we've got Maguire and Evans at centre-back and they're not quick. And they've got Nicholas Jackson and Mudryk who are quick. So the defensive line's going to have to drop deep. And as we try to press high, as soon as we lose the ball, they're going to break on us again. Andy Weatherall, thank you very much. I mean, look, there's plenty of people who, you know, profess to talk about tactics, hipsters, but acknowledge it. Acknowledge it. What are you going to do to stop that gap in the midfield if you want to try and score a goal and you've got to play a deep line? The gap's going to be there. GG says his wife's getting stuffed if we win. Okay, I hope that's consensual. Otherwise, that's disgusting. Chelsea parked the bus, says Tanmay. Chelsea basically played counter-attacking football, yeah. I mean, look, Chelsea, we'd beat Chelsea if we had Martinez and Varane. But we haven't, and we haven't had them all season, to be honest. I mean, I'm just looking at the first goal here. Like, Casemiro's being highlighted, but this has been happening all season. You know, we just don't cover the edge of the box. We never, ever do. But I still think Onana's got to save that. He's got enough time. That's not hard to save. That is not a hard save for Onana. He's got to save that. He's got to save that. Second goal, they're going to show the penalty. I mean, Anthony, he goes with the runner, sticks a leg out. It's always going to be dangerous, but it's not a penalty for me because, look, the contact is knee to knee. It's not foot to foot. Good penalty. Cole Palmer's always going to score it. Rashford didn't celebrate the goals, says X, and we are wasteful with passes from the back, says the Duke. Well, I don't know about the Rashford thing. Garnacho here has got a lot of work to do. He does really well because Badashil's on him. He does really well. I mean, brilliant assist by Casido. Plays it in behind the defender, but yeah, Garnacho does really well because he's got Badashil on him. And then he finds the bottom corner. Really good. I mean, look, we don't talk about Garnacho enough. 19 years of age. 2-1, it's a forgettable goal, isn't it? But 19 years of age, and he takes that so well. And he's now seen as a senior player as well at 19. Anthony does really well here. Really well. I thought he'd weighted it a bit late. Lovely ball from to Garnacho. Garnacho plays it in, and look at the cross by Delo. The whip on that. And I tell you what, Rasmus does really well. Rasmus gets the shout and leaves it. Rasmus gets the shout. Watch Rasmus, he leaves it. And then Bruno's got the better header. And how many strikers do that? You know, he probably gets one cross a month. So, yeah, very, very good. Very good. From Rasmus there. Yeah, Dara says, everyone's raving about Mainu at 18, but forget that Nacho is only 19. Onana more good with his legs than his hands. Look, I've always said this. I mean, I do the football filling with Ben Foster and Watto, who was England goalkeeper coach, and obviously I've learned quite a lot from them, but they've constantly said to me that Onana's handling skills are crap. like he's just not very good with his hands, which is a big problem for a goalkeeper. He's just won Player of the Month. So, look, he's doing a lot better, but he's at fault on the first goal. Casemiro's done. Real Madrid knew what they were doing, says Crow. Oh, my God. Is tonight just the night where we get showered with crap opinions? He was Player of the Year last year. We got into the top 4 last year and he was Player of the Year. But now he's crap. Why do people live in the day? Why is it that somebody can play really well for a year and then they have a bad season and they were a bad signing? We won a trophy and we got in the top 6. Got in the top 4 last year. I don't think Casemiro was a total waste of time. He's just coming back from another injury as well, which is always going to be problematic. The negativity is so grinding, isn't it? It really is grinding how negative people get. They almost. I think there is a section of our fan base that has forgotten the joy of supporting your football club. And maybe it happens at other football clubs as well. But there's definitely... Look, we've been shit for 10 years. I can sort of understand it, how it's, infected people. But I think there are certain people in our fan base who are just infected by negativity. They don't seem to get any enjoyment. When we beat Brentford 2-1 at Old Trafford in the last couple of minutes, people were miserable. Like, if you don't support your team, why do you bother? There's going to be plenty of times for you to be negative, but get behind the team. We don't claim Crow and his ass opinion, says Holy Crow. Hi Mark, he said happy birthday to my autistic cat. He had to have testicular removal surgery today. His name is Bob, says Noah. Happy birthday, Bob. You didn't need to have his balls removed on his birthday. Hi Mark, do we win this? Just got that feeling, says Connor. Look, I don't know. We've had 45 minutes where we're 2-0 down. And we've got back to 2-2. Varane's coming off, so that weakens us even more. The midfield is very open. They've got a lot of pace on the break with Jackson and Mudryk. They can bring people on like Madueke and Sterling. I think it's... Look, the only thing I will say positively is that is character to fight back from 2-0 down. That apparently we don't have. Igshan says, can Anana not use his feet to stop balls? Our defence concerns me as we're down to another first team player. I'm so sick of the injuries. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Sahil says, Casemiro's legs have gone. Better to have had legs and them gone than to not have had legs at all, which is the problem we've got with both our centre backs when Johnny Evans comes on, because they've never had legs. I think Ten Hag is mentally tough when choosing high press despite our problems in defence, says Eric Klassen. Well, we're trying to win, aren't we? Feeling a Mainu winner, says Tad. Can you imagine being so stubborn that you can't enjoy a United result regardless of performance and result? Going to be a great second half. Love from Australia, says Daniel. And I love Casemiro, says Ash, but he's not having a good game right now. He needs to return to form quickly. Look, we all want to win. We need 2 new CDMs. I'm convinced that Mainu could be a terrific 10. Yes, I've said it, says Charlie. Guy says, I've heard you're in the next Strictly Come Dancing. No free kicks to Bruno. Agree to soft. Penalty given. Disagree. More a dive than a soft penalty, says Michael. Look, I know we want to win. I don't think we're going to get 4th or 5th anyway. So, to me, this is about not getting beat and showing something after the Brentford result. And I think so far, we've shown something that I haven't seen us do for a long time. I mean, coming back from 2-0 down away from home is character. Small steps. Unfortunately, small steps are something we're going to have to acknowledge, because on the one hand, you've got the biggest injury crisis I've ever known. And on the other hand, people are demanding that we fight for Champions League. They're not going to go together. So you either get behind the team and hope we can just get a result here by whatever means, or you give up. I'm not willing to give up. Not willing to give up. Michael, thank you very much for the follow. And Ruku as well. I've just seen the McAllister goal. Mark, do you think it's wrong to say Bruno has lost his magic at this point. Anthony has had better distribution than him this game. A more creative midfielder is needed, in my opinion. Well, it's Johnny Evans coming on. He's got his kit off and he's just been training on the pitch at half-time. Make sure you subscribe if you're on YouTube, by the way. We are very, very close to hitting 840,000 tonight. We're only 500 away. So bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. Good to see Rasmus with a smile on his face in the tunnel. Johnny Evans is just warming up there. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a battle here. Of course, the thing with Varane is how long is he going to be out for? I mean, he went off at half-time against Brentford. He's gone off at half-time against Chelsea. You know, it's just the walking wounded at the moment, isn't it? The walking wounded. There was a good series called The Walking Dead. Man United, you know. Shout out to my ex, says Dave. No personality, but great in the sack. Michael Ferguson, welcome to the Members Club. Shout out to my boy, says Ace. I think Mount will show why he's our number 7 this game. A good cameo from Rashford and Ahmad will go a long way. Looking ahead to Liverpool, says Vagabond. Mainu at CDM, Bruno box to box, and Ericsson at camp. Oh, we'll get run through. Shatter. Imagine Ericsson in this midfield with Bruno. We'll get absolutely run through. Right, second half's about to kick off here. Mark, do you think it's wrong to say Bruno has lost his magic? I've done that one from Philly. Thank you very much. Can we change the formation to what it is? 4-1-4-1. Mate, our stats provider does it. Download it for free. OneFootball. Links in the video description, or scan the QR code. I want to see us get on the ball again. Pass a little bit. Free Kobe, number 10, says Charlie Max. Anthony, don't let it bounce. Do not let it bounce there. We had a chance. Switch on. Start of the second half. How many of those have we had? Would you take a draw, Mark? I genuinely don't. I mean, look, I don't think a draw with the injuries that we've got from being 2-0 down contextually is a bad result. But I don't think it's going to finish 2-2. I predicted 2-2, but I don't think it will finish 2-2. I think the game's just way too open. Here's Delo into Garnacho. Into Delo. Into Bruno. Wants a penalty. Really wants a penalty. I didn't see it. Oh, that was close. It was a good cross by Casemiro. Well done, Maguire. Pass it. Pass it. Where you going, Harry? Where you going, Harry? Ooh, corner, corner, corner. Corner. Referee, you're an absolute prick, mate. How's he not given a corner for that? Bloody obvious. We're in good place compared to recent years. We're treating a draw against Brentford like a loss. The only thing that this only happened under Sergei. Read the room, people. Ten Hag is the best we've had in years, says Nicholas. Our away form is keeping us from mid-table this season. We might actually win it. Come on, United. Like and subscribe also, says I See Dead Bodies. It obviously wasn't a handball because I think Gusto got caught in the head. Harley says the ref's been a twat the whole game. Couldn't have put it better myself. Wagwan Mark says 31H4N. Thanks, pal. Here's Mainu. Bit of space. Oh, get the final ball right. And there's opportunities. Oh, what's Casemiro doing there? That reminds me of me. Running into a tackle that happened 10 years ago. Now there's no midfield again. This is a goal. Good block. Go on, Anthony. Go on. Stretch your legs. That's a good ball. Bruno, where are we going? He's going to shoot. Gives it into Garnacho. It's a good start by United. Garnacho, corner. That was good by Anthony there. Calmed the game down a bit now. Slow down a little bit. Oh no, he's gone for a quick one. Bruno. Why did we go for a quick... What the fuck's that from Bruno there? Fucking hell, mate. If we get broken upon now, that is on Bruno. No, we're not going to... What is he doing there? Asks for a short corner and passes it to a fucking Chelsea player. It's that lack of 5-yard concentration again, isn't it? It's a 5-yard pass. Calm the fuck down, lads. We're just giving him the ball. Tell you what, we play like this against Liverpool, they will absolutely annihilate us. There's so much space between the attack and the defence because we're having to play so deep. Anthony, what are you doing? What are you bloody doing? I tell you what, some of the mistakes in this first few minutes are incredible. Just individual errors again. Anthony controls the ball and then backs into Cucurella and leaves the bloody ball. Chill, Mark. I won't chill because it's individual errors that cost us the bloody first 2 goals. Thanks for the follow, Auto Shine. Low-key happy we didn't sign Cucurella on loan, says Omar. Well, I'd be low-key happy if we did because at least he'd be bloody fit. We're in a... Thank you very much to Nicholas Lawler. Loads of people giving us a follow. Thank you very much. Legends, Paul, Aaron, Red Bros. Can't shout you all. There's so many. Kian, Christopher. Thank you very much. Terence says Rashford's done well today on the bench. Team needs time to adjust without McTominay and Rashford. It's weird to be playing with 11 men, says James Phillips. We need Mark on the pitch. If I was on the pitch, then I'd be very good at moaning, but I'd be moving less than bloody Casemiro. Lovely ball into... Oh, no. Good defending by Mudryk, to be fair. Go on. Oh, Delo. See, look at Casemiro. He hasn't got the legs. Good block, Johnny Evans. We're so open on the break here. Play on. Play on. 3v3. Into Anthony. Come on. Rasmus is the pass. Corner. No, great tackle. I tell you what, it's end-to-end this game. I don't like it being end-to-end when we're the away team. Yellow card. Is he giving me a yellow card? I thought that was going to be a yellow card. That should be a yellow card for Maguire, really. If he ain't got a yellow card for that, he's done well. Done very well. Paul Jones says, Casemiro... No, not McTominay. Not McTominay. Amrabat. Good block, Johnny Evans. That was. Demaj, thank you very much. Nicholas Lawler's just gifted 10 memberships. What a legend. Hook Casemiro off, he's finished, says HW. I think the openness of the game is a consequence of both managers not having a plan or style, says Shane. I think we've got more of an excuse to make this game open than Chelsea, mate. Not Jackson. Yeah, let him shoot from there. No problem with that. Good tackle, Casemiro. Oh, look at they're winning it back. Come on, keep your shape. Good block. Go on, help him out. Get tight. Get tight. Edge of the box again. That's well done. Well done. Come on, break. Garnacho. Rasmus, get revving. That's a good tackle by Gusto. You see, in these positions, we can't give the ball away cheaply. Good play by Palmer. Chelsea just having a bit of momentum here. What is Casemiro doing? Oh, for fuck's sake, lads! Casemiro out, Southgate in as player manager, says Marcus C. Such an open... Right, here we go. Anthony, get your turbo on. Leave it! No, fucking leave it, Bruno. Leave it for bloody Garnacho. You're knackered. Leave it. That wasn't poor, Bruno. What do you think about Xabi Alonso 3-4-3? I'd love to see us play that, says Hypnotic. See, I think if this goes to Garnacho here, watch. If he leaves it for Garnacho, we're in a better place. Johnny Evans, who would have thought he'd be our most reliable centre-back, says Krish. I'll tell you what, it's a great game for the neutral, but bloody hell. It's freestyle. Predictions about the game against Coventry, says Speedy. We might not have this manager by then, mate. Bloody hell. The way, if we lose this game and then Liverpool beat us, which I think they will, how bad is Amrabat not to get a look into... I mean, Casemiro at times looks like the Empire State, the bloody Statue of Liberty. That's moving more. I mean, Bruno's running on empty, isn't he? The thing about Bruno is he'll run and run and run, and he can play with an injury, but at some point you've got to say, is that a good thing? Is that a good thing that a player who is clearly knackered will just keep going and going when you've got someone on the bench who is fresh? Bruno and Casemiro, I've got long COVID, says Poloff. It's a bit harsh. You know what? Even if one team scores, I can still see the other one coming back. This is why I love football. Shame about the ref, though, says Icon. Just joined. Quick synopsis, says the Hughes lad. Brilliant game. It's a shame it's two teams whose seasons are basically shit, because as a game of football, it's been really entertaining. It's not been entertaining because, oh, shut up, ref! You are a bloody joke! You're an absolute joker! He's a joke! Absolutely. We've had no... Go on, Rasmus. He's all on his own. He's all on his own. Corner. The ref's a bloody joke. He's absolutely atrocious. Absolute joke. That was not a foul by Bruno, and he goes for a bloody foul. Rasmus did well there because look at Disarcy. Oh, you made a tackle, mate. Fucking well done. Bloody loves himself. We are running through their midfield a lot, says Mark Holder. Evans is winning every ball, says Sam. Corner to United. This is where we need a Maguire header. Oh, over the bar from Casemiro. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Please do subscribe. Bottom right hand corner if you're on YouTube. Give us a follow if you're on TikTok. We're only 300 subscribers away from 840,000. It'd be great to hit that tonight. It'd be even greater if Man United can score another goal. Here they go again. This is where Chelsea can be dangerous when they play through our press. Straight at Anana, but at least he puts it out of danger. Jojo, thanks for the follow. Got to switch on for corners. Look, they're going to get chances. We're trying to win the game. I mean, I suppose the interesting thing is, do you agree with the way that we're playing now? Because you could say, well, what do you do? If you sit deep, Chelsea attack you, they might score anyway. A draw doesn't necessarily help us. So you go on the front foot. Corner Chelsea. Wan-Bissaka's just gone down here. 2-2 at the moment. I personally think you've just got to keep the game the way it is. If you lose 3-2, you lose 3-2. I mean, the haters are going to hate no matter what, aren't they? But I think there's a lot of people in the chat saying, why are we playing so open? If you sit deep, they're going to attack us. If you keep it open, you might draw, you might win, you might lose. But I think if you sit deep, you sort of give up on it, don't you? I think it's the right... It's bloody hard to watch. It's nervy, but I think we're right. I think it's right to keep it open, really, at this stage of the season. A point doesn't really make a hell of a difference. If you lose it 3-2 trying to win, you lose it 3-2 trying to win. Some people will appreciate that. Some people will just slag it off. But I think for, an hour, it's been a good enough performance. I think we're going to bring Rashford on. Johnny Evans probably saying to the referee, why are you so shit? No, why are you so shit? The bigger their paycheck is, the lousier they are. God bless the youngsters, says Roger. I think we'll probably see Rashford could write the headlines. I think Rashford will come on. Camboala is coming on. Another fucking injury. Rashford comes on. I think what I would say is that Ahmad's very, very unlucky. Ahmad's very unlucky not to be getting the nod, considering the Liverpool goal, but... I don't think Wan-Bissaka actually wants to come off. I don't know what's going on here. No, well, Camboala's ready to come on, but Wan-Bissaka's coming back on. Yeah, Rashford's coming on. What? Why is Wan-Bissaka not being allowed back on here? I'll never understand that rule. Corner. Well done, Garnacho. Bloody Disarcy. Chelsea fans, I'd be fuming with a player like that. He celebrates his own tackles. Imagine what he's like in the shower. Yeah. He's given a goal kick. For fuck's sake. I've had it with these officials. They are the fuck... They are the shit. They are rubbish. Rashford for Anthony is interesting because it puts Garnacho back on the left. Right. Well done, Maguire. Bruno, get fucking raw. I'm despairing with that. Get rid of the bloody ball. We've had an opportunity to get rid of it and he lets it bounce on the edge of his box. You learn that when you're a bloody kid. Don't let it bounce on the edge of your box. Go on, Anthony. Go on then. He's having him. He's having him on the outside. Go on. He's done well. He's done very well. Oh, he's put a lovely cross in, and Højlund went front post, went back post, went cut back. Good play by Anthony, that. Rashford's coming on, don't worry, Jack. Time for 30 minutes of jogging, says Jack. We will lose now with Rashford. Well, look, Daniel, he can't jog. He can't jog. Lots of space for a Rashford winner, says Mitcha. The bigger... Don't thank you very much. What do I think about Chelsea? I think considering the injuries that we've got at the back, you can really see what Chelsea's problems are. Cole Palmer's a fantastic player, but apart from that, they're very lackluster. Both their goals have come from our mistakes, haven't they? So they've been like this for about 18 months, Chelsea. They just don't really create many chances, do they? I think Johnny Evans needs to come off. Bloody hell. Why is he giving a foul there? He got the ball. I've not seen a refereeing performance like this for a long time. Rasmus off for Rashford. Rasmus ain't happy about that. Oh, just give Rashford the job where he doesn't have to track back, basically, isn't he? Anthony's played well and is not being bullied off the ball. His best game so far, says Nigel. Oh, yes. Thank you. I'm not reading your chat out. It's fresh legs down the middle. Hopefully it'll work. I mean, maybe Rashford's decided he doesn't want to be a winger anymore. He wants to be up front, and he wasn't actually dropped. He said, look, I don't want to work hard on the wing anymore. I want to go up front. Maybe that's his new position. Maybe we're not going to buy a striker. Gallagher, one of the weirdest passes I've ever seen. Goes for a throw into Man United. Look, unless Rasmus is tired, but he shook his head as he came off, so don't think it is. Go on, Anthony. He might cross this first time. No, it took too long. Go on in! Get in! Garnacho! What a ball by Anthony! The redemption arc! That pass is absolutely fantastic. Can we go live to Gary Barlow? Absolutely fantastic, Mark. It's absolutely incredible. Could it be magic now? Oh, what a pass. Brilliant. What a ball. What a ball. It's the star boy Garnacho as well. It's absolutely brilliant. What a ball by Anthony. What a redemption. What a goal. What a goal. Just watch the pass. Watch the pass. Anthony, take a bow. That is magnificent. Watch this pass by Anthony. Ah. Oh, look at it. Outside of the boot as well. Look at that. That is, you know what? That is world class. That is absolutely world class. That cross is absolutely world class. His best game in a Man United shirt, without doubt. He had a lot to do with the second goal. He's just assisted on the first goal. He's really caused Cucurella a lot of problems. It's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Nigel says, I said Anthony was playing well. I said. Well, a lot of people have said it. Alexander says, is he going to take off Bruno for Mount or what? From 2-0 down to 3-2 up. You feel like it's not over yet. There's still 23 minutes to go here. 2 goals for Garnacho as well. Rashford's arse will be going like that at the moment. He'll be thinking, I better start doing something up front because I ain't getting back on the wing. You can't drop Anthony. You can't drop Garnacho. What a game. And tell you what, we still might lose this game. We still might draw this game. But, well done to all of you who, like me, stuck with this team at 2-0 down. Teaches you something about support. If you love this club, you shouldn't be giving up on it. Regardless of whether you're giving up on the players or the manager, you shouldn't give up on the team. Manchester United. Because if you give up, you won't fully enjoy what we've witnessed. That was my brother Hector the Pratt. Let's go, says that kid Vic. Thomas Dyson, thank you very much. Swivel on that, Disarcy. Won't be celebrating that one. Look at Poch on the bench, thinking of if only our ships passed in the night, I'd be sat here, says Nick P. Lovely ball into Garnacho. Remember, he's on a hat-trick. Oh, lovely cross, but Rashford's just not read that at all. Rasmus will be looking at that from the bench and going, I wish I was on the pitch. I'm like, this is, at least it looks like, well, no, not saying it. Admire how you featured Rasmus on your show and enjoy the chemistry between you on Instagram, says Avika. Garnacho, Common United. I saw people doubting Garnacho on Twitter. What are they saying now, says CJ? I'll tell you what, there'll be a lot of people out there who, you know, have written Anthony off in the media, been fucking vile about him. Fair play. Look, he's deserved criticism. We've criticised him. You've criticised him. He's had some bad games, but I don't think anybody's sort of like, you know, written him off the way they did from day one because he did the bloody fidget spin. Rashford wants the graveyard shift so he doesn't have to do anything and still get paid, says Jack. Give up, Mark. Don't give up, Mark. Don't say we can't still lose. Just write in some hypothetical reality. We will win, says Pujan. If Anthony continues and becomes the player for Manchester United, I'll forever apologise to Ten Hag. Also, Vamos Garnacho says, I'm Xhaka. Thank you very much for all the super chats, by the way. Thanks for all the follows. Make sure you subscribe. We're closing in on 840k. $61,000 legends watching. What a game it's been. We very rarely get entertained by Man United this season. And look, I'll say it at this point. I mean, if we lose it, I'll be bloody disgusted. But even if it ends up in a 3-3 draw, the character we've shown from 2-0 down has been brilliant. Bounty Hunter says, I'll support the team no matter what. Still a long way to go in this game. You probably would be looking at a defensive substitution in the midfield. Can I just say, Kambwala came on for Johnny Evans. So Johnny Evans came on for Varane. And Johnny Evans has gone off for Kambwala. So amongst all this amazing comeback, we've lost another 2 defenders. Another 2 centre-backs. We've lost 4 centre-backs in a game and a half. I know we're all on the buzz here of coming back from 2-0 down, but look, the reality is what we're achieving this season somehow is remarkable. 4 centre-backs injured in a game and a half, and still people expect us to be fighting for the Champions League. Forget it. It's just really about what we can do. What's he done here? What's he doing? What the fuck is going on here? He's just given a... I thought he'd given a penalty. He's given a... Oh my God. This ref. For God's sake. I mean, not content with giving a soft penalty. He's now given a soft free kick. Please say hi to Matt. He loves you and is watching, says Dill. Hi, Matt. I said Anthony's better than Rashford for weeks. Been banned for that, says it's just Sebastian. I'll support this team no matter what, says Bounty Hunter. It's not a penalty. It's a free kick, but it's still a very dangerous place for Chelsea. I mean, I don't really know what it was all about, but the referee has been absolutely terrible tonight. Whatever happens, whether we win or not, well punched away by Anana. Another corner. Apparently it was for a handball. So Camboire is playing centre-back at the moment. Nigel's feeling violent towards this referee. Nigel, violence never answers anything unless you're in a boxing ring and it's for sport. Oh, Disarcy's not celebrating that header. Scott McTominay. Evans should never have been put on. The walking wounded continues, says Nevik. Well, Johnny Evans hasn't even trained this week, so the fact that he came on at half-time, it was a risk. McTominay for Casemiro. I suppose it's a height thing. What a game. Rashford does not press at all. Watch him, just jogs. Never thought I'd say this, but give me Anthony Taylor, says Tamba. Should there be an inquest into training methods? Team doctors given the injuries have popped up too frequently, unless we have a squad made of glass, says Krish. Do we have no centre-backs for Liverpool, says Daniel. I know who Pratt of the Week is for this week on the podcast, says Rahil. I mean, look, it's embarrassing for Chelsea. I mean, if we can get something from this game with four of our centre-backs injured, away. I mean, look, going into that Liverpool game, they're more favourites than they were in the FA Cup, and they were favourites in the FA Cup. They're massive favourites. How do you play against Liverpool on Sunday when you basically got one fit centre-back? How do you set up? You can't play like this against Liverpool. You can't go, you attack, we attack, because it'll end up 9-0. Ollie did that at home. We're going to have to sit and counter. Here we go. Pratt's in the chat. Lee says we might catch up to Spurs. Forget that, Lee. Forget it. The injuries have fucked that. Don't think about that. It's just about can we entertain and get some results. Well done, Maguire. Spot on, Mark. Injuries have been devastating. Ten Hag should at least be given another season. Mark, do you see the jersey in the corner that was Mason Mount saying Judas? It's hilarious. Come on, United, says Joe. How can you be a Judas when they sell you for 55 million? He's not walked out for nothing, has he? They sold him. Sterling's on for Chelsea. It's going to be defence against attack now. Go on, McTominay, switch. Lovely ball into Bruno, and again. Now it's Garnacho. That's a shit ball by Bruno. Look, maybe we should be taking Bruno off. He's knackered. It's so obvious he's knackered. He's misplacing passes. We should be on the break. Chelsea are on the attack. Well done, Mainu. Why is that not a foul on Mainu? Why is that not a foul on Mainu? Fucking ref. Why is that not a foul on Mainu? Unbelievable. And it ends up with another attack for Chelsea. Anyone know what Phil Jones is up to, says Rob. McCoy's saying Anthony wasn't good in the first half, but come good with that cross. What's he watching? He's been fantastic. But Liam, I like Ali McCoy's, but there's a lot of people who very early nailed their flag to the mast with Anthony, and they're going to really look twats to turn it around. My friend Rob says Scooby-Doo is the answer. Put him in his place, please, says Pin. I think he's just come on. I think he's just come on for height, really. We're inviting them on a lot here. Good block. Well done, McTominay. Hey, up. Ref again! What is he on? And he's given them a foul. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I can't believe it. What is he doing? It's the most blatant foul on Scott McTominay you'll ever see. And he gives them the foul. Look. He trips him up after the ball. I can't believe this. It's absolutely I know we're winning. But I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. It's like playing against 12 men. Is that what Chelsea spend their money on now? £1 billion wasn't enough to buy a team. So I tell you what, we'll start buying the fucking ref. Well, it's a good free kick position for Chelsea here. I tell you what, it takes a lot for me to say that this is the worst referee of the season. Ref is Australian, apparently, says Matt Bishop. Oh, makes sense, doesn't it? Look, we're not going to catch Spurs, mate. We're not going to catch Spurs, mate. You don't need to start helping them out. Do you think that Mainu could be the next Modric, says Sam? I don't, mate. I'm more interested in the next 10 minutes. That's it. Slow it down, Anana. Slow it down. Player ratings, links in the video description if you want to get on there in on there early. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. Oh, God, cross comes in. I feel a Chelsea equaliser, to be honest. I just think it's been that sort of a game. The Rashford substitution just hasn't... Well, we scored after the Rashford substitution, but we've not utilised him for that, just that ball into the corner. Chase it, you know? That could really alleviate some of the pressure. Yeah, Danny says you ain't catching Villa. Mate, I'm not saying we are. We've got Liverpool at the weekend anyway, so that's a good ball. No, he's not going to keep it in. Alexander says the effort and drive by Garnacho is excellent. Mainu is not himself. Something is up, says IQ. You're the best, and that is what makes football more enjoyable. Can you please shout out my little brother Nathan? He's watching you since the beginning. Bunch of traffic cones. Call the police, says Nick. Shout out to Nathan. Tom says, come on United. They're definitely playing for the manager. Ref should just put a Chelsea kit on at this point, says Seb's goalkeeping. Referee needs investigating and demoting to the Sunday League, says Leo. Anthony Taylor is the Liverpool ref for the Liverpool game. Well, I never thought I'd say this, but Anthony Taylor is actually an improvement. Should have started the match with Mount, Mainu and Casemiro. At least Mount is better defensively, says Jack. Cameron says McCoy's a load of rubbish. Nigel says the ref's horrible. Up the girth, says Danny. Sean says that Bruno takes better care of the ball for Portugal and previous clubs. Mohammed says, I think Eric Ten Hag's hands are forced to play McTominay and Rashford. Anthony's been great, says Curtis. Rashford's done nothing. McTominay could be centre-back against Liverpool, says Mark. He might play Casemiro at centre-back. Mason Mount is coming on. I think it will be for Mainu. He'll never take Bruno off. I think he'll take Mainu off. Look, from Erasmus' point of view, he's played an hour instead of 90 minutes. He should be fresher for Liverpool, I suppose. Why is Ahmad not coming on? Mate, I called that at the time. I said that yellow card that he got that kept him out of the Brentford game would be a killer, because all the momentum he had from that just gets completely forgotten. He's back at square one again. Could this Anthony man of the match performance? Cucurella. Well done, Camboila. Another corner. 84. A lot of people picking up on Rashford's performance. I couldn't give a shit if we win the game. Well done, Anthony. Take the free kick. Mount's coming on. I think it'll be for Mainu. Garnacho. Even Garnacho's not happy without that. Well, he's probably man of the match, isn't he, Garnacho, when you think about it? 2 goals. Could be. You're voting for it. Links in the video description. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. Lake on the Moon says, could it be Anthony's first man of the match performance? I still think we need an out ball here. Mount's gone left wing. I mean, in fairness, look at the way Mount's moving, and then look at the way Rashford's moving. He's just jogging. Like you're the pinpoint of the attack. You've been on for 20 minutes. Sprint. Put a bit of bloody pressure on. Look at Mount there. That's what you want. I mean, how hard is it to come on the pitch and sprint around for 20 minutes? That's a dangerous ball by Mainu. Well done, McTominay. Ref, we'll have the free kick. We'll have the free kick. Anthony's... All right, we won't. Go for the corner. No, I'd have liked the free kick there, to be honest. They're going to break on us now. I'd love to see Mount score, says Cameron. I'd love to see that fucking final whistle, mate, really. I think we've deserved it, but you don't always get what you deserve. Chelsea fans are going to start that Di Maria chant for Mount. They're not happy. Well done, Maguire. Take a touch and get it out. See, that's what Maguire does. Where's Rashford coming back from offside? Where's he been for the last... Why was he offside from our clearance in our own bloody box? Great tackle. Get rid of it, Bruno. No! Boot the fucking ball away! Stop passing it! They could still win this game. There's 2.5 minutes to go. Anthony played well when Delo is not on his side. He needs a good fullback like Shaw, says Food. Well done, McTominay. I'm fuming at Rashford, says not. Armen says we're going to win this. You probably just jinxed it. Rashford doesn't look interested, says Nigel. Well, someone said there'll be 10 minutes added on. We're not even into added on time yet. They've gone for a short corner. I knew they were going to do this. This is from the training ground. What's he done there? Offside. Well done, ref. Good job. Well, I don't think Enzo Fernandez was offside there. Let's keep the ball here. Daniel says Rashford's been walking. I'm done with him. Eight minutes. Fucking hell. Someone said there's 8 minutes. Rashford should never play for United again, says Stephen. Well, he will. I don't know where he's got 8 minutes from, but let's be honest with this referee. I suppose small mercies he hasn't gone for 12. Hold on to it. Go down, Anana. Yes. Lie on the floor for about 6 minutes. Thanks everyone who's tuned in, by the way. I tell you what, it's been a bloody stressful game. We're only 10 subscribers away from 840,000, by the way. Thanks, everyone. Make sure you subscribe. Thanks for the follows as well, Steg. Bloody hell. I think we've deserved it, but, you know, Brentford deserved to beat us at the weekend and then only ended up with a draw. It's not always the way it goes, is it? You don't always get what you deserve. The way this season's gone as well, I think most of us just have that feeling of deflatedness, don't we? We don't get a lot of happiness. Look at the way Bruno's closing down more than Rashford, and Bruno's played 92 minutes. Bruno wants you, Rashford, here. Nice ball into Bruno. Come on. Oh, no. Seriously, what is wrong with Rashford? He don't give a shit. Well, it's like Rio said, isn't it? It's the people around him. Bruno's been shocking last 15 minutes, says Kaz. Alexander says Rashford's been bad for 9 months. Something's got to give. James says he doesn't seem to give a shit. Well done, McTominay. Mark, why are you wearing boring United players who aren't reciprocating follows on your Twitter? And what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Viva Garnacho, says Kerwa. After today, do you reckon Rashford starts against Liverpool? His energy is off and Garnacho has put a show on. I don't know, LJ. I mean, what you've got to say is there's a direct correlation between not starting him and the team playing well, and starting him and the team playing like Brentford. But you could say the same about McTominay, who has come on and put a shift in. Like, McTominay's not a holding midfielder, but to be fair to him, he's put a shift in. Still 5 minutes here. I think Mason Mount's come on and done a good job as well. There's a real contrast for the people. You can see it. You can't hide. You can't hide. You know what? Bad start, but great to see they didn't drop their heads as well, says Billy. Yeah. Garnacho's really pissed off, says Victor. I'm nervous now. I don't do nervous. I don't do it. Still 3.5 minutes here. Still plenty of time. I'd be stunned if Chelsea didn't create a big chance at home with 8 minutes to go. Go on, Anthony. Go for the corner. Go for the corner. Go on. That's where you got to go. Bloody hell, my heart's going here. Rashford's at right back. Did well there, to be fair. That's it, McTominay. Drive. That's it. Keep the ball. Chelsea don't want this, do they? Chelsea don't. I mean, look, we might have Rashford, but Chelsea have got about 6 of them. They don't want it at all. We've pinged it around lovely today. That'll go for a throw in. Oh, still 2.5 minutes. This is the slowest 8 minutes I've ever had. I'd rather be constipated and it won't come out for 8 minutes than this. Media only talk about Ten Hag under pressure. What about Poch? Southgate to Chelsea, says Amrit. Yeah, well, we're not there yet. Look, we deserve to win, but even if we didn't win... What a tackle. No, he's giving it. He's fucking giving it again. I told you. Why is Delo done that? Why has he done that? Why has he done that? Just let him take the shot. Why do it? It's a stonewall penalty. Why has he done that? All that fucking work. Why? Why has he fucking done that? You know... this is the season, isn't it? 2 soft penalties. They ain't going to overturn it. They're not going to overturn that. I mean, it's a dive. It is a dive. They won't overturn that. I'll be honest, I think this is more of a penalty than the Anthony one, so... I think it's more of a penalty than the Anthony one. They won't turn that out. They won't turn that out. What do you mean I jinxed us? I didn't jinx us at all. I said this is not over. I said there's 2.5 minutes to go. But the fact that they're looking at this again and again and again and again, you know it's a soft penalty. Fuck off. The fact that you've looked at that so many fucking times, you absolute shithouse wanker. Absolute wanker. The fact that they've looked at that for so long tells you it's soft. Absolute prick. Absolute prick. You can't look at it for 2 minutes and then go, oh yeah, it's a penalty. They know it's fucking soft, and they know the first one was soft as well. Absolute joke. He won't miss. Cole Palmer, he's fucking brilliant at penalties. He ain't going to miss this. Fucking hell. This season, mate. This season. Went the same fucking way as well, Onana. He goes that way every fucking time. Absolute disgrace. You know what? I want this season to end. End the season now. It's a fucking joke. End the season now. Just needs ending. It's a fucking joke. They don't deserve a point from this game. They don't deserve fuck all from this game. They've been handed 2 dodgy penalties and a mistake by Onana. We've been the better team by a bloody mile. But they'll break on us now. What the fuck are we doing? Why are we attacking? What are we attacking for? Why are we fucking attacking? Oh my God, this team is fucked. What is it? Just some sort of bloody... I just don't get it. I can't deal with this anymore. I can't fucking deal with this anymore. They're idiots. They're absolute idiots. What are they doing? Goal. Fuck off. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to fucking do this anymore. What a fucking joke. What are they doing? Oh, fucking hell. Just don't. What's the point? What is the point? Mate, sack yourself, man. That is the biggest fucking injustice I have ever seen. That is the biggest injustice I've ever fucking seen. Or, I'll tell you what, Chelsea. I'm glad you're keeping Pochettino because he's fucking wank. He's absolutely fucking wank. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Why did we go on the attack at 3-3? I just can't speak. I genuinely am absolutely fucking... Look at Pochettino, you fucking waste of time. You shit, mate. Scammy bastard. Absolute... I can't wait for him to get the sack. Useless shit. Bloody absolutely gutted. Absolutely gutted. Look at him celebrating. Wanker. Fucking wanker. Referee's man of the match. Where did he get 8 minutes from? Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I don't even know if I can do the match reaction. I mean, I've seen a lot this season, but that is fucking incredible. I've seen I've seen things in football. I've never seen anything like that. I've never seen anything like that. We've gone from 2-0 down and a really character-driven win to the scammiest bastard win for Chelsea I've ever seen. The referee is man of the match. 2 assists and 8 minutes he's produced from his arse. Absolutely incredible. I mean, that refereeing performance has to go down there as one of the worst I've ever seen. And the fact that the first one wasn't a penalty and he goes and gives another one is amazing. And the fact that VAR sit there basically knowing it's not a penalty and then bottle it after 2 minutes and give it anyway. Fucking disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. Oh, I can't speak. I can't fucking speak. I mean, look, we've had a horrific season, but that takes the bloody biscuit. I don't know whether I can do the match reaction. I genuinely do not know if I can do that match reaction. I'm absolutely done. I'm lost for words. And yet I'm still talking. We didn't deserve that. We didn't deserve that. And you know, any United fan that's going Ten Hag out, fuck off and support City. Please do. If you are Ten Hag out after that, you don't understand football. I mean, that is just all sorts of disgusting. All sorts of disgusting. I mean, the injustice, the scam. I mean, Cole Palmer's walking off with the match ball and man of the match. He's scored a deflection and 2 penalties. It's amazing. And they can't take the cameras off him. He's scored 2 penalties and a fucking deflection. We've scored 3 legit good goals. They've scored 4 jammy bastard goals. It's just, you just can't. We lost 2 centre-backs again. We lost 2 centre-backs on Saturday. Tell me this season's not jinxed. It's jinxed. We are cursed. We are absolutely cursed. But what I will say is, those players and Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford can fuck off. Rashford comes on for 20 minutes and barely fucking runs. We're playing with 10 men again. Bruno's the captain. We concede a penalty and we go to try and win it and leave ourselves open to the break. What? You know, it's a dodgy penalty. Take the fucking point. The logo's forward like he thinks he's fucking Messi. Just sit back and take the point. It's an injustice. Don't fucking go and get caught on the break. The indiscipline is incredible. It's absolutely incredible. I can't... I should be sat here talking about a 3-2 win, saying those players and the character they've shown to come back from 3-2... I've got to turn this fuck... I can't look at Cold Palmer. I can't look at him going like this. You jammy bastard. Come out and tell the truth. We've been shit and somehow we've scammed the worst win in the bloody history of football. Absolute con jobs. That referee needs his bank account checking. That is the worst refereeing performance I've seen this season. And I've seen some shit. I never thought I'd say the words, please, I'm looking forward to Anthony Taylor on Sunday. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. We should be sat here saying, what a character-driven performance from those players to come back from 2-0 down. And instead we're saying, what a bunch of fucking idiots to throw it away. I mean, look, Dalot's had a great season. Some people want to give him Player of the Year. Just let Madueke run through. He's not going to score from there. The angle, he's not going to score. And if he does, so fucking what? Don't give a penalty to Cole Palmer because that is a goal. It's just to be that close and give it up. Unbelievable. But even then, I don't think it's a penalty. It's not a... Chelsea, right, spend £1 billion on players, right? And they're shit. And in the last 2 games, they've had 3 penalties that Liverpool, Man United won't get. And I say Liverpool because they didn't get the one on McAllister. Like, Mudryk gets a penalty against Burnley and dives forward from a pull back. He goes forward. Penalty. Anthony doesn't even touch the foot of Cucurella, who goes down like he's been tripped. And Madueke falls over from a hand on his wrist. And they've had 3 penalties in 2 games. It's just incredible. Absolutely incredible. Anyway, look, we've got a lot of people coming in here who don't support Man United. So what I will say is hated, adored, never ignored. And your shitty fucking club doesn't even have a fan channel, Chelsea. So I'll see you on That's Football. Anyway, I'm going to go over to the match reaction. I'll see you over there. Player ratings, that's going to be very interesting. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. We'll try and digest this. I mean, I don't even know what to say. My whole body is saying, what a performance. And yet we've lost. Amazing. I'll see you on the match reaction.